Okay, so week 3, beer number 2. This is Yeungling Flight. This is their light lager. It's a new one. Came out just a couple months ago. 95 calories and 2.6 grams of carbs and 4.2 ABV. Yeungling, a lot of folks, maybe you guys know this. Yeungling is the oldest brewery in America. Founded in 1829 in Pottsville, Pennsylvania. This beer is made with, like most of their beers, made with cluster and cascade hops. We talked last week about kind of hops have two purposes in the beer. One is bittering and the other is for aroma. Cascade and cluster are kind of dual purpose hops. You can use them for both. So they're kind of in between as far as excessive bitterness and excessive smell and so on. So really, yeah, actually, cluster hops are even used in like porters and stouts, kind of like a Guinness or something darker like that. But anyway, I'm hoping that this has so you can pick up some of that. I like my beers a little bit on the bitter side, not really overly bitter, but something that when you drink it, you're drinking a beer as opposed to a pop or something, or a soda or something like that. So anyway, we'll pop this open and see what we get. So again, this is a lager, so that means it was cold conditioned, brewed in cold, or aged, sorry, in cold conditions, as opposed to some of the wheat beers that we talked about last week are kind of, warm conditioned and so on. So, well, it's a nice looking beer. I mean, it doesn't have a lot of foam in it. Boy, that smells all right. That's actually not bad. Again, at 4.2 ABV, not anything's going to like tear you up or anything. You could probably drink a few of these. This actually it tastes way better than Mick Ultra. It's got spicy kind of, and I don't mean hot, I mean kind of herbal type flavor to it. But you guys saw already, I mean, the foam disappeared. That's the only thing that the head's gone on it basically. So I don't know if I'm going to ding it for that or not, but that's not a bad beer at all, especially for the calories and the carbs. And I'm not a big fan of Yeungling usually, but this is pretty good. The aroma is, it's a little bit weak, honestly. The aroma is, I'll go 3 out of 5 on that. Boy, it tastes really good. I go 5 out of 5 on the taste. Again, the bitterness. This one is not supposed to be real bitter, like we talked about. Lagers usually, and I'll talk a little bit in the next video about the international bitterness units, kind of how you evaluate the bitterness and so on in a beer. But this one is right where it should be. Excuse me, as far as a lager goes, it's really, actually, that's a damn good beer. And as far as the color, yeah, I mean, it's exactly what it should be as far as a lager. So yeah, Yeungling they hammered this one. I'm feeling pretty good about it. I would keep this one around. As far as the color, I'll go 5, and bitterness is exactly what it should be, so we can go 4 on that. So I'm going to give this one 17 out of 20, and this is definitely a keeper. I put this in the fridge and keep it around, excuse me. Yeah, I would highly recommend this one. Especially, I mean, the price is, it's not priced like a craft beer, so, if you're interested in getting something that has, a little bit different flavor than the Mick Ultras and the Bud Lights and so on and so forth, I would hit this one. This is pretty strong. So, good job by Yeungling.